Hey everyone, thank you for joining me as I share with you how to create a chart in Excel 2013 with an emphasis on the new features that comes with the chart settings. First, we're going to be charting Game 5 of the NBA Finals this summer, where the San Antonio Spurs defeated the Miami Heat 104-87 and won the series with a 4-1 advantage. All right, the game that started out was a little shaky start for the Spurs. They were trailing at the first quarter, end of the first quarter, 22-29. And I'd like to share with you that path of their trend line as they marched towards the victory. I'll find the chart tools on the Insert tab, and that's found here on the chart tools. Recommended charts is nice if you're not quite sure what chart to use. It gives you some good ideas. If you know what chart you want, you can just bypass that and click on the different types to the right. So, for example, line. Now, mind you, I've clicked on a cell first. That's part of the data that I want to click on. That's real important. You go to the line chart, and you can hover over. Again, here's a new feature, letting you see a preview before you click on it. Once you like something, just give it a click. If you ever later change your mind, you could go over and easily change the chart type here. I like to move it closer to the data. That's an easy drag with my mouse. The ribbon now only has 2 tabs under Chart Tools, Design and Format. We had 3 before in Excel 2007 and Excel 2010. We had a Layout tab in the middle. And most of that's been added down here on this little green plus sign. If you want to change the layout of the chart, just remember to click on the green plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. What happens when you do that, you'll see what do you want to add to layout, remove. Whatever's checked is what we have. So, for example, I can hover over these items, and maybe I want a data table. Well, I might not have thought of it before, but now that I hover over it, I see kind of how it looks. I can click on it, and then that commits it. And then what we have on the right-hand side is a little arrow, and that's kind of telling you there's some more information over there. But you've got to click on the arrow, and what will happen when you do that is you can actually choose maybe with or without legend keys. Okay. Now I would like to have the legend up above, so let me create the chart legend. Here it is, and we can click on that arrow, and we have top. Very nice. The second item that we have here is the chart styles. And basically we can start at the top and hover over to get a nice little preview of the chart title here. Now, depending on the style, you can see how my legend went back down to the bottom. And if I like something, I can just click on it, and that brings that about. I also have the color, which is going to give me elements of different colors to work with. Okay, I'll click off of that to bring that back. The chart styles are also found on the Design tab, so we can also have clicked on the Design tab and kind of went into here and hovered our mouse over a certain style that we liked the best, and if you click over that, it will just commit to that right away. Another live preview coming up. Change colors was also one of the elements that we saw from that as well. Cool. So what we've got happening here is the opportunity to see that third and final one. That's new. It's the chart filter, so it lets us change the view of the series, how we'd like to show off the data points. So maybe I need to share how the chart looked from the beginning of the basketball game to halftime. I can totally do that. Just stop it off and not show the end of the game part. So I have to click on the filters, and then when I bring my mouse into the settings here, as I hover over, I kind of see a highlight of the segment between those data points. So I don't want to see the third quarter. I don't want to see the final. I'll click Apply, and that will take out whatever's not checked. Kind of interesting, isn't it? Pretty neat little feature there. You can also take off a series as well if you didn't want to see it. Let me bring everything back in and apply that. Get us back into that. How do I get rid of this? I just click on the chart filters to get off of that. Cool. Okay, so let's start off at the top. Chart title, I'm going to just retype over top of that. Game 5 NBA Finals 2014 Championship. That looks good there. Of course, if I wanted to move that a little bit, I could just go and drag it off the side if necessary. Hit undo. Keep it in the center. How about creating the colors to match the team's jerseys? So beginning with the Spurs, click on the line for the Spurs. On the Format tab, I can go up above and select the Shape Outline. And I'll go with a black line. And then we'll go silver inside with the Shape Fills, the marker fill. The Heat, and let's do the same thing. I'll go with a red line and inside an orange. There we go. I like how the legend changes right off the bat there at the same time. Okay, I can still right click on certain parts of the data to bring about different settings and so forth. Pretty cool. Right click, and I can change the font as well. So maybe I want to increase the size to 12 points and go with a bold face style. That helps that tremendously there. Make it a little bit bigger as such. Another cool new feature is double clicking is back. So back in Excel 2003, we could double click on the plot area in the format box would pop up. I'm going to double click the plot area, and that opens up format plot area over on the side taskbar. This little pane here is a new way to interact with basically the formatting and adjusting the different effects on your chart. So my final touch that I'm looking for is I'd like to add maybe a photograph of a basketball game inside of this plot area. Currently it's got automatic as the setting here. Let me put in a solid fill. Okay, ooh, not good at all, right? So let me get back to changing it to a picture with where I'm going with. By the way, if I want to change let me real quick change that. I can click on and bring it back in to the setting I would like for it. So if I click on the picture, that will bring me out into like this standard texture tile there. I can add a photograph from my pictures on my computer by clicking on File. But what's nice is I have online, and this will let me go searching pictures online. So that's going to be connected to your clip art for royalty photos. I could simply type, basketball, hit enter, and that's going outline. And any of these images here that I think will work can be right there in the plot area. Put a nice little basketball in there if I wanted to. Insert that. And it's a little bit, it doesn't quite work because the proportion gets distorted. So let me change my mind and click online and do another one. Before I search for basketball, let me point out that you can search for Bing as a new feature to search the web. And if you use OneDrive, you're connected to OneDrive with your account. As you can see, I am up here at the top right, so the profile. I have a OneDrive account. That would actually let me go search for a document, a picture that was connected to my OneDrive account. I can either upload photos to OneDrive. You have, as a consumer, 7 gigabytes of free storage online. Another thing that I have is with my camera. If I take a picture, it automatically gets uploaded to my OneDrive account. So that could be a cool thing too as well, to go connect to your OneDrive account. You've got to have a Microsoft account to do that and logged in with Microsoft Office 365 or 2013 using the OneDrive account ID. All right, back to my basketball searching. And here's something cool. I've got that little basketball hoop there. I'll go with that. Click Insert. And that looks nice. The only problem is it's hard to see the lines here. So one of the things I can do is kind of fade it out with the transparency. And just below is the transparency. You can slide that, and you can see it's fading out into the background. So it's about 65% right there. 63, that's fine with me right there. So that looks nice. One thing that's distracting me is these lines here. So perhaps I can click on a line and then hit delete to take those away. Very nice, very nice. Let me just finish up by showing you one of my pictures that I've taken at a basketball game of the Spurs, and I'll go connect to my OneDrive account. So I can go back to my picture or texture fill for the plot area, clicking on plot area online. Once this loads the pictures, we'll click on browse. This retrieves and goes fetches all of my accounts from my OneDrive account. So here's the camera roll, and if you went in there, it's got access to about the last 50 pictures that you've taken. So honestly, it's not all of the photographs. You'd have to create your own folder or upload a picture automatically from behind the scenes separately, which I've done. I'm going to scroll further down, and right here is the AT&T Center. No, it wasn't the game of the championship, but it's this year that I got to go with my wife. We sat up there at the top and had a fun time at the game. So there we have it. Hope you enjoyed the show of how to create a chart using Excel 2013, taking advantage of the new features of the charts. Thanks for watching. See you next time.